tennis great Novak Djokovic confirmed he is not vaccinated for COVID, an issue that got him barred from the Australian Open last month. He told our partners at the BBC that he's ready to skip the next 2 Grand Slam tournaments if vaccines are still required. Chris Livesay has more from that exclusive interview. Chris, good morning.
Good morning, Michelle. That's right. Novak Djokovic breaking his silence, but not his convictions. The world's greatest men's tennis player says he's willing to give it all up for his right to refuse the vaccine.
No one likes winning more than Novak Djokovic, but not, says the 20-time Grand Slam champion, at any cost.
Are you prepared to forego the chance to be the greatest player that ever picked up a racket, statistically, because you feel so strongly about this jab?
Yes. I do.
Why, Novak? Why?
Because the principles of decision-making on my body are more important than any title.
Foregoing his legacy in order to forego the vaccine. In January, he was set to travel down under for the Australian Open to defend his title for the 4th time. The only problem? Australia requires vaccination to enter.
Have you received any vaccination against COVID?
I have not.
But the Serbian superstar received an exemption because he says he tested positive for COVID in December. However, upon arrival, authorities questioned unforced errors on his paperwork. Finally, after 11 days of back and forth, he was deported by the immigration minister on health and good order grounds.
Is it good to be home?
It was a dramatic grand finale in a country that lived through one of the toughest and longest lockdowns in the world. More than 80% of Australians agreed he should be kicked out. But to the growing anti-vax movement around the world, the tennis champion had become a champion of their cause, whether he liked it or not.
What do you say directly to anti-vaccination campaigners around the world who proudly declare Novak Djokovic is one of us?
I say that everyone has the right to choose to act or say whatever they feel is appropriate for them. And I have never said that I'm part of that movement.
He doesn't oppose all vaccines, but he refused the COVID vaccine in the interest of not interfering with his intense athletic conditioning, a right to choose he defends for all.
So it's really the principle of understanding what is right and what is wrong for you. And me as an elite professional athlete, I've always carefully reviewed, assessed everything that comes in from the supplements, food, the water that I drink, or sports drinks, anything really that comes into my body as a fuel that I can benefit from.
If this means that you miss the French Open, is that a price you'd be willing to pay?
Yes, that is the price that I'm willing to pay.
And if it means that you miss Wimbledon this year, again, that's a price you're willing to pay?
Yes.
Now, the U.S. also requires vaccination in order to enter the country, so he risks missing the U.S. Open as well. When asked if he would reconsider getting the vaccine, Djokovic said his mind remains open. Vlad?
All right, Chris Livesay for us in Rome. Thank you very much. Can't get mad at him for standing up for his convictions, but he can't be mad if states and tennis organizations say you can't participate.
You can get confused because 25, 50 years from now, he's just going to be a name on a graphic at a tennis tournament and it's going to say he's not the greatest. And does he really want that? Aren't you playing for...
I want to know what he's reading, what data, what science. I want to know what he's basing this belief on, because I think that would clear up a lot for us.
I don't think that will... Yeah, I think that's going to be a pile of question marks. A huge heap of question marks.
Sure are.
We'll see. Yeah.